I want to talk about trouble brewing within the coalition party. That's a different kind of asylum at the moment, as the Liberal frontbencher Andrew Hastie has taken to social media to call out what he says are nameless cowards and muppets who anonymously criticise him. He's been the topic of scrutiny from fellow MPs who believe his personal campaigns to promote Australian industry are not uniting the party. And so Hastie has posted images of anonymous party sources criticising his car industry video and captioned the post, quote, "Nameless cowards briefing in the paper. It was filmed by competent, patriotic Gen Z staffers, you muppets," referring to the video with the Australian-made Ford vehicle that he posted the other day. While all that's going on, Hastie has been rapidly gathering support from other MPs who quite like his campaign. So let me go back to you, Michael, just for a moment. This is the last thing Sussan Ley needs right now, infighting between supporters of Hastie and those who believe he should just sort of quieten down a little bit.
It might be the last thing that Sussan Ley wants, but it's the thing that the Liberal Party needs. They need to get this cleansing process over and done with in the next, 2 or 3 years. They're not going to win the next election, but they need to be in a position in the election after where they've got policies and they've got people that are not prepared to go along with a sort of Labor light approach and have policy differentiation. I think he's doing the right thing. And anybody criticising somebody for defending Australian industry has got rocks in their head. They've really lost the plot. The only way you can justify that position is if you're fully on board with the net zero religion, which are obviously, a large section of the Liberal Party are, and there lies the problem.
So, Cameron, what do you say to people who argue this? Well, if Andrew Hastie sees himself as a future leader, calling colleagues muppets and cowards on social media is not the way to promote his leadership ambitions.
No, and he should have done much better when he was in shadow defence. He made Richard Marles look like a good defence minister. I know people like Andrew Hastie. I think he's overrated, personally. And I think the video was just a, look at me moment again. So not helpful to unity, not helpful for where the Liberal Party needs to go, which is to put Albanese under pressure. Put the Labor Party under pressure. There's plenty of things for them to work with. But Andrew Hastie is going to be a distraction if he keeps this going, just like Senator Price was the week before.
Well, I've got to get your reaction to that, Michael, because I figure you do rate Andrew Hastie.
Well, no, when I look across that front bench, there's not many there that you could rate, and he's one of them, of course. Look, to me, the issue is not that. It's about policy. Sussan Ley's going to go forward and be a failure. We all know that. She can't even get her act together on basic stuff at the moment. And, she's got a process that's going to go on forever. The Liberal Party needs to get through this cleansing. I don't think unity is going to help them at the moment. They can't win the next election. They need policy clarity. They need to get people in there that know what they stand for, and they need to deal with people that really do think Labor light is the way forward, because it is not the way forward. So, it's terrible that they've got to go through disunity, but I think it's the only short-term solution to their problems.
You mentioned that unity is not going to save them, and I'm always amazed when they call for unity, but you have to unite around something. Unity in and of itself is not something that holds you together. You have to unite around something, and something would be, policy, which they're still trying to work out what their policies on pretty fundamental issues like energy actually are. We've just got a few more moments left, Cameron. I'll just finish with you. Just how much trouble do you think Sussan Ley's leadership is in, or are we overstating it? She's got time to turn things around.
Oh, look, I think she started terribly. I think the disunity doesn't help. I don't think the consistency of policy helps her. And I don't think she'll be there at the next election.
I think there's a lot of people who feel the same, but we'll see. She might be able to turn things around. Who knows? Michael Costa, Cameron Milner, appreciate you coming on the program tonight. Thanks so much.